Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm Lady Bella Donna from Psychic's Truth. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, look too well. Can't get it on, right? Hello, hello. I haven't been on in a while. Alexa, a meditation music, please. Alexa, volume up. Hello. Hello, Sandy. How are you? I'm Lady Belladonna. Thank you for joining our show. Um, I'm going to start out with doing pendulum questions, a yes and no pendulum question. I have 8 pendulums. You can pick a number between 1 and 8, and that will be the pendulum that I use. So if you will, Sandy, put in 1 to 8. One, two, three, four, five, six. It's a multicolored pendulum. So if you'll make your questions clear, um, and I will ask the pendulum. It's in the form, it's going to answer a yes or no. And then sometimes it shows that it's not sure. And just keep in mind when you get a reading from the pendulum that you are in control of what's going to happen in the outcome. So whatever you manifest and put out there is what you're going to get back. So you could change things. If it says a no, then it's not set in concrete. It can change, and sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. But you're in control of what and how it changes. If you know that you want the answer to be yes, think about it and what can you do to make a no into yes. So if you would ask a question in the form of a yes or no, um, then I could ask the pendulum for you. Hi, DJ. Welcome. Welcome from New Zealand. I'm glad you've joined us. I have eight pendulums. You could choose a number. Okay, Sandy. Let's see you. Yes, let's see. Let's check. I don't know that you could see it, but is Sandy going to find a place? Is she find a place to Yes. The pendulum is saying yes, a very, very strong yes. It doesn't know when, um, but it's not sure when, but you will definitely find a place to live. So you just keep doing what you're doing, Sandy, because good things is coming. Good things is coming. Can I have DJ? You want three, three or five? Three is a sandstone. No, actually, that's the tiger's eye. And that's the one you chose. Okay. Now, ask a question, DJ. Okay, I did number three. And if you will ask the question and think on the question, then I will ask the pendulum. Again, I'm Lady Bella Donna from Psychic's Truth. I want to welcome you here. It's good to be back. I haven't been on in a while. Uh, DJ, let's ask him. Yeah, let's ask well, DJ, should she stay in the current relationship? Should she stay in the current relationship? Oh, it's a very weak yes. And it's not really sure. I think it's kind of up in the air right now. DJ, I think that because the pendulum is saying a very weak yes, but it's not sure. It's not sure. So there must be something really um, going on that maybe need attention to. So kind of, I always tell people to go back, and this is really a hard thing to do, but if you can do it, it will help tremendously, especially if you've been with this person a long time. Um, the Go back to what drew you to this person to begin with. What was it that drew you to this person? And try to remember. And you'll find that most of the time they haven't changed. Your understanding of how they are has changed, but they're the same. I had to do that, and I've been married to my husband, and this was a long time ago, but I had been married. It'll be 50 years in July. We'll be married 50 years. So I really think that it's up in the air. There's a lot of confusion, but you've got to slow your mind down and think about what it was that drew you to him to start with. Okay? Go back. It's hard. Go back. Go back to what excited you when you met him. What was the the point of, dang, I like that. Okay. So, just remember that, and you are in control of it. You can, if you want to keep this particular person in your life, then find a way to express what you're looking for. And I hope that that helps and that you get some understanding with that because it does work. It's hard. It's hard to go back and find the reason why, but it it's worth it if you do it. If you take the time to do it. I would like to thank you for joining us and welcome, welcome. The It's been a while since I've been on, and there's been a lot of things. I hope everybody had a good New Year's and had a very good Christmas and enjoyed your time away from work. Um, so I really wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and hi Jody. I am making it one day at a time. I sure am. I am health wise. I'm doing okay, except for the lymphedema in my arm. I've been on antibiotics because it got cellulitis, and oh, that hurts. But physically, that's the only thing that's wrong. Mentally, I'm still dealing with the loss of my daughter. And so, but I'm slowly but surely coming back. I'm better every day. Every day I pick up a deck of cards, it's a lot better. Every day that I use my pendulum, it's a lot better. So I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm really blessed. And if you'll pick a pendulum from 1 to 8, I have 8 pendulums. If you'll pick 1 to 8, I'll use that one to do your reading and you ask your question. Okay, ask a direct question, a yes or no question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yours is the sandstone. I don't know if you could see it, but that's the pendulum. Cleaning. I'm not really sure what you're asking. A cleaning. Jody, do you have a question? Because I'm not really sure what you're asking for a general cleaning. Um, okay, what particular you want to know about your life, but what particularly do you want to know specifically? You could ask the pendulum questions like, will I find the love of my life? Will I get um, you know, just different questions, just a yes and no direct question. Okay, the pendulum can't answer that. I've shuffled the cards. I will try to connect and use the card because the card will maybe shed some light for you. But I'm not going to make any promises. I'm not going to make any promises because I have had a tough time with readings. Have you got a particular man in your life that is a father figure, that is someone that you could turn to, that you normally go to? Your card is the guardian of action. I don't know that you could see it. My lighting is horrible, but it's the guardian of action. And it's telling you that it's time for you to step up. Finish some of those things that you've got going on in your life. Um, Set smaller goals so that you won't be so hard on yourself when you fail, and that you feel disappointed in yourself that you didn't make it to finish it. So set smaller goals, write your goals down, and check them off as you do them. And the card is, it's time for you to step up and be the leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun. So move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. So that's where, I picked up, before I read it, that's where I picked up that um, there was a male figure in your life that you turn to a lot. But it's telling you it's time to do something for you, do something that you enjoy doing, and look for it and do it. Do something. Find yourself. Do your goals. Set your goals. Set small ones so you won't be so discouraged when you don't, if you don't make it to get through. Um, so I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Yeah, I'm really, really trying hard to get get my ability stronger again. I usually could just pick up right away, but it doesn't happen that much. Hi, Pisces. How are you? Happy New Year. It's good to see all of you again. I've missed you. I recognize some of your names where you've come on a live show for me before. Um, I'm Lady Bella Donna, if you don't know. And yes, I'm doing well. Health wise, I'm doing good. Mentally, I'm working on it. But I'm good. I'm good. God has been good to me. I've been blessed. Even though New Year was very quiet and very rewarding. We had a really good time. The kids came, um, grandbaby, and I got a great grandbaby now. And so it was nice. You know that when you celebrate, you know that the ones that aren't here, you miss them. And I had a lot of missing for Christmas and stuff this year, but we made the most out of it and had a good time. We had a good New Year's. Thanks. He is 6 months old now. He's a little cutie. So, Pisces, if you want to pick a pendulum so that you could ask a question, you could pick one from 1 to 8, and I'll pull the pendulum. And depending on my spirit guide, I'll know whether to pull a card for you or not. Sometimes I go completely blank and there's nothing there. And it's not anybody's fault. It's just that that's the way that it's been a doing, and it's because of all of my emotions. Okay, number 5 is a sandstone. If you could see it. My camera is not the best. This is a new computer, and I really don't know how to set the camera up on it. The lighting here is horrible, but it's the best I could do right now. So, if you will ask a direct question, a yes or no, because you're going to get a yes or no answer, and you're going to get a maybe. It may ask you to rephrase it. Um, I use a pendulum board. It's an oak pendulum board, and it's got the yes and no. And you have to use your pendulums, and they have to have your energy and um, your connection. You have to connect with these pendulums. They don't just happen. You have to work on them, work with them. And so I've used my pendulums. I do, and yeah, I test them by asking the questions that I know the answers to see whether or not the pendulum is answering the questions. I'll give it a yes or no answer, like, "Hi, how old am I? Am I 36 when you know you're 35?" The pendulum will know. Jam, I'll be glad to answer that. Just hang tight just a minute. I'm looking for Pisces. Uh, we could ask the pendulum, will my business be successful this year? Okay. We'll ask the pendulum that. You think about that. Will my business be successful this year? Will their business be successful this year? Yes, a very, very, very strong yes. So just keep your faith and um, and just believe. They don't know when. The pendulum doesn't know it's circling, so it doesn't know when it's going to, but it is going to prosper. It is going to um, work out. Okay, Pisces. Hi, Jam. Nice for you to come in. Um, okay, I will ask the pendulum, Jam. Pick a number between 1 and 8. Pick a number between 1 and 8, and that'll be the pendulum that I use for you. So, if you will, pick a number 1 to 8. You're welcome, Pisces. You're welcome. I hope I'm saying your name right. Bev, Jam, you want number 1, okay? 1 is a very good pendulum, too. It is a tiger's eye. It is a tiger's eye. Now, Jim, you wanted to know whether or not your business will be successful, right? So, is that the question you want? Will Jim's business be successful? Jim's business be successful? Yes, it's a yes, but um, it's going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to happen. It's a very faint, weak yes, and it's not sure. It's not sure. So it's going to take a little bit of work to get it to be successful, but don't don't give up. Don't throw it away. Just work at it, and a small step is a step. It doesn't matter if it's a little step or a big step. A small step is a step, and it's still moving you in the right direction. So don't give it up, and don't throw in the towel. Um, even though it was a weak yes, okay. But Jam, there, that it all can work out. You just have to put a little more of you in it, and just keep working at it. Just keep working at it. It will, because it is a yes. Even though it was a feint, it is a yes. But that just tells me that it's going to take some um, work. Okay. You're welcome, Jam. You're welcome, Bev. Um, did you have a question, and do you have a pendulum you want to use? 1 to 8. Hi, Foxy Morning Star. I'm Lady Bella Donna. If you would like to pick pendulums, I have 8 pendulums, so you could pick one from 1 to 8, and I'll pull that one down and use it for your question. Um, you do have to ask the questions in a yes or no format, or else the pendulum doesn't. It can't. It can't answer other things. Um, will your boyfriend call you tomorrow? I could ask the pendulum. Is such and such coming home for the weekend? I could ask it something like that, and it'll answer yes or no. But there are some things that it won't, like a in-depth reading with tarot cards. I do have some shuffled. Um, one question per. Tan hide. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're referring to and stuff, but welcome. Been working on my lights in the back. I've had a really mess back here. Had some windows replaced, and it's still got a way to go. And hi, Foxy, do you have a question? And which pendulum would you like? Okay, that kind of question is a card question. So let me see if I could pick up with your energy. Um, okay, you want number 7. Oh, 7 is the rose quartz angel. This is a very good pendulum. It's a rose quartz angel. Okay, so I will ask them. Does one still visit her spiritually? Yes. Pendulum, is he sending her signs? Is he sending her signs? Yes. The pendulum said yes. Now I asked it two questions. One was your question and one was mine because I wanted to see whether or not he was showing you physical signs. So the thing is that he could be, because his name is Juan, right? He could be sending you signs, showing you signs. He could be visiting you in your sleep. Um, you could find if my mother collected dimes to pay for her outside flowers. So everybody that came in the house, she made them empty their change and took the dimes. That's all she took was the dimes. I have no idea why. So when I find a dime now, it takes me back to my mother. If I smell coffee brewing in the morning at 6 o'clock, it takes me back to my father because my father would get up. And when I'd be at home, he'd have coffee made by 6 o'clock. So look for the signs. It could be a butterfly flying around. It could be any number of things, finding a feather, a penny, um, a scent. You may experience a strong sense, smell of something, and it'll be him. So just look around for the different signs because he is still communicating with you. He's still trying to communicate with you. He's showing you signs and letting you know that he's all right. Yes, he's visiting. That's good. I mean, embrace him. I do. I have my first daughter that passed away from cancer back in 2006. Um, I have dreams of her. I have dreams of my mother. Hi there, Yucca Man, Mia. Yes, yes. But I have visited. My mother comes and she visits. My daughter does. Now, my recent daughter that passed away hasn't came. She hasn't came because I'm afraid that if she came, I would latch onto her and I wouldn't want to let her go because it was such a shock to lose her. And so I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with that pain. Hello, Emanuela. And Yumkia, if you will, if you have a question, hi there. Hope I didn't butcher your name. You could pick a pendulum between 1 and 8, a pendulum from 1 and 8, and ask a direct question, and I will ask the pendulum. Um, and if the spirit guides me to, I've got my cards shuffled here. I'm using a really, really good deck that I've reconnected with, and that's a good thing. It really is. It's Guardian Angel Tarot. I don't know. My camera, this is the light in the camera is just, I'll work on that so that the next time I do a live. Um, Pendulum. I'm not sure who was next. Is it I, Foxy? Oh, yeah, very, very close to my heart. I've really had a hard time because not only did I lose my daughter in May, but I lost my other daughter that's living. Uh, Her husband got cancer and fought it for a year, and he passed away right after my daughter did. And then my brother and all of me and my husband and my brother all got COVID, and he died. So I've had quite a bit. to deal with. And so my mind is kind of shut down a little bit. That's why I'm not offering a lot of the cards tonight. So I hope that y'all understand that I'm asking the pendulum. I have reconnected to with the pendulum, and it's not as hard for me to connect with it as it is really the cards, because of the emotional state that my mind has been in because of all the loss. Now I'm not grieving as far as just staying hid and all that. I do get out. I still talk about it. I still believe in God. I still believe that I'm blessed. So, you know, all right, you want to know. All right. You know what I had? Did you? Number two. Very good. Number two is the black obsidian. This is a good pendulum, too. Okay. And are you talking about, when you're talking about an addition, are you talking about a room or a baby? Will it be thank you, Foxy. Thank you. A baby. Okay. I just wanted to clarify it. I felt like it was about a baby, but I wanted to clarify it with you before I asked the pendulum. Um, I guess I should name my pendulums, but I never thought about naming them. Maybe. It's a very faint maybe. Yeah. It's a maybe. It ain't sure. So it's a maybe. So when I say the maybe, that means that you have a 50-50 chance of it happening. But don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Oh, well, this may be something you may. I pulled a card, and it's the five of abundance. Abundance is that it's like coins, and it means that things are going to prosper. Things are going to really start falling into action. There are times when everyone needs a hand. Now, listen to this. Your hands, your current challenges alone. Let's see. Your angels want you to know that you're needn't go through your current challenges alone. Accept the help of those around you. The situation you're experiencing is temporary. This may not be the right time to become self employed. Be patient. So that kind of goes back to the answer, and the pendulum said maybe, because it's telling you that the time might not be quite right yet, but that in time it will be right. So that was I don't know, get it. See, that was the abundance card. Now, very good message if you can understand it. It was a very good message because it kind of um, went with the pendulum, the baby. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Emmanuel, Ella, uh, would you like to ask the pendulum a question? I could ask, will you be buying a house this year or something? But it's not going to ask. It's not going to answer this question. The what's in store for me this year. Um, it answer a question like that. Um, It has to be a yes or no question that you have that you're, and pick, you wanted pendulum number two. Pendulum number two is a black Ascidian. Um, uh, that's not a good place to be. Uh, Ukiah, Ukiah, that is just not a place to be. Uh, and Jasmine, Jasmine, I drew a card for you, Jasmine. Um, and okay, Jasmine, your card is go within. It's telling you to go in within everything, the answers that you are seeking, the questions that you are seeking, and no one else. You could in yourself and find the answers. And okay, where was the question? Will I get a job? But there was another question I seen before that. Not the what's in store. Okay. So I didn't want to skip anybody. So you're wanting to know Emanuela. Okay, you picked number 8. Somebody picked number 2, but I can't. This one is the rose quartz. No, you can't see it. Okay, but will T get the job at BS? T get the job at BSO? T get the job at BSO? Yes, but not sure when. Yes, he'll get the job, but not sure when. So just keep your faith. It's a coming. It's a coming. It's a coming. All right, Jasmine, you wanted to know which you wanted pendulum too, and you wanted to know will I ever get married? Okay, Jasmine, this one's for you. Will Jasmine ever get married? Will Jasmine ever get married? Yes, yes, you will. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. She's due in March. She's almost due then. She should be showing. There shouldn't be any doubt. Ah, that makes it peculiar then. Is she just trying to hang on to you, son? That's a kind of not a very good situation at all. It's really good to be back. I've missed doing this, and I wasn't sure whether or not I would ever start to get my intuition and my everything back because of all the trauma my mind has gone through. So, did you pick a? Did you already have a question answered? My daughter just came in. Um, if you want a private reading, I am on Psychic's Truth Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time. My ID number is 8752. If you'd like to talk to me and have a more in depth reading or to ask the pendulum a series of questions, you can um, look me up. It's Lady Bella Donna, 8752. And the psychic's truth. There's a lot, I mean, it doesn't have to be me. There's a lot of good readers that and spiritual guides that are there. We're all after the same thing, the peace and the tranquility of our lives and our insides. I go to bed some nights and I see my daughter and I want to see my daughter. I want to feel my daughter. And I miss her. I miss her. I miss my two daughters and I miss my son. I've lost three children out of four. So, yeah, it's hard, but God's been good. He's been good to me, even though I've had to go through a lot. I'm still here and I'm living to tell about it. So, Carolyn, if you want to um, pick a pick a pendulum 1 to 8 and think of a question that you would like answered. Ask one that you already know the answer to. Test the pendulum. It's okay to test it. That's why I haven't been on Eukamea, Eumakia. Yeah, that's the reason why you haven't seen me on. Do you have a question? Um, I drew a card for you, Carolyn. Caroline, yeah, Caroline. Um, and yours is the healer of action. Um, now, with this card, it's telling you that you could, whatever you set your mind to, you can do it. When you make up your mind and decide that that's what you really want to do and you're going to do it, it's going to work out. It's going to work out. But you need to take time for you, um, spiritual time to go within yourself and to weed out some of the stuff that you're hanging on to and letting it go. Forgive, never forget. I'm not going to ever tell you to forget, but I will tell you to forgive. Take what lesson that you were supposed to take from it and That lesson is what you keep, and the rest of it you throw away. You keep the lesson because you don't want to do it again. You don't want to back up and do it again. So keep the lesson and the blessing and throw the rest away. You don't need it. That's just excess baggage and you don't need it. But you do have to sort through what's going on inside you. The card reads, this is the time when you can do whatever you set your mind to. If your heart is open, you're being asked to do many things at once. You won't mind as long as you know you're making a difference. This card indicates someone who's loving, intelligent, passionate, and fun, which could definitely describe you. This person can handle difficult situations with grace. Um, so that was your card that I pulled, Healer in Action. Okay. Very good card, and it's got a very good message. It was a very good message. Go within yourself. And the spirit guides are telling me to tell you, go within yourself and weed out some of this that you're hanging on to, and let it go. Keep the good. Keep what the lesson is, and let the other go. And if you need to forgive someone, forgive. You don't forgive them for them because they don't really give a crap whether you forgive them or not. They probably wouldn't even know. But you forgive them because of you, not them, so that you can move on in here. In here, y'all, in here is what it's all about. It's what it's all about. Okay? So I hope that card helps. And I don't recall, um, Caroline, whether you picked out a pendulum or not, but I did draw a card for you. And hopefully, God willing, and everything works out all right. Maybe I could see you again. I'd like to try to do this once a week. It's an hour show. If you want more cards or if you want to ask the pendulum questions, you could look me up on Psychic Truth. Lady Bella Donna ID 8752. The shows only last an hour. So if there is an opening spot, then maybe next week at the same time, which is 9 o'clock Central Time, I will see you again. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Jamie. If you want to pick a number between 1 and 8, I have 8 pendulums. I'll ask the pendulum a question for you. Jamie, have you recently lost someone close to you? Recently? I don't know how recent, but have you had someone um, that yours is I think it's the tiger's eye. Jamie, have you lost someone in the last few months, someone close? Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling a heaviness. I'm feeling a heaviness in you that with the loss. And um, thank you, Caroline. Is your answer, Jamie, no, that you haven't had someone you lost? Because I'm confused. You had a few people. which lets me know that that's why I'm feeling the pain in you. Um, uh, okay, that you've had a tough time. Yeah. Um, it appears that you're beating yourself up. There's something that you're hanging on to, um, that you've got to let it go. Remember what I just told Caroline, you have to take the good out of it. Take the good out of the lesson. Apologize to those that you did wrong or you feel like you did wrong. You could apologize without even speaking to them. You have to forgive them. You know, you forgive them. You'll feel it in here. You know, Jamie, you are with a million other people that feels the same way. Sometimes with the losses that I've experienced in 2021, um, all I knew how to do was raise kids, and I raised kids. I stayed at home. I was a good mother, and I took care of my children. And I always said that my children belonged to God and that they were His. But the hard part is when He decides to bring them home, and you're left with the void that they have. So, yes, I do understand that, like you're going nowhere. I would suggest, like I said to another reader, that you write down small goals. Jamie, write down your small goals and start working on them and checking them off. Okay? That's terrible. Write your goals down. Okay? You got to do this for yourself. You got to do this for yourself. Um, it's okay to check on mom. It's okay to make sure she's all right, or if she needs anything, continue to do that. But limit your time with her if she is draining you. Okay, if she is draining you, then limit your time with her. You still want to contact her and you still want to be in touch with her, but you don't want her to drain you. So, there again, just write your goals down and you'll see where you're going. And think about where you were and where you're at now. And do you want to go back to where you were, or can you see how far you've come from where you were? Sometimes we have to go back and look. Okay? Sometimes we got to go back and look at what we really have accomplished in our lives. And I know that I've raised children and I'm still raising children's. Okay? And I still love my children. I miss my children terribly. And I'm still looking for that. You're welcome, Jamie. I hope that that helps. Um, but stay away from toxic people if they bring you down and they drain you. And you know the minute you talk and the minute you walk in, excuse yourself. I left something, I don't lie, but, I was thinking, left something on the stove. I got to go home. That would work. But uh, just don't be around toxic people if they bring you down. Like your mama, just check on her, see if she needs anything, and exit the conversation. Don't give her the opportunity. Don't give her the opportunity to play them against one another until he said, she said. That's what I call he said, she said BS. Okay? He said, she said. I want to thank everybody that came into the live tonight. Um, maybe share the video and invite them back. I will hopefully if there's a spot available next Wednesday, then I hope to see y'all at 9 o'clock next Wednesday. Until then, God bless you, keep you safe, do what you have to do to keep your health, and I will see you and speak with you again soon.